All right, Tar. I saw this in theaters in 2022, and I loved it. And saw it with my parents. My parents were in town for some reason. I was like, damn, I gotta watch this movie. They were not wowed by it, which tends to happen whenever it's a movie I really, really, really love. But God damn it. Whatever, I'll do that later. It's my second watch, so I am re-Tar. And yeah, I mean, I'll provide some commentary over the film. And I will try my best not to spoil it for anybody. I don't know if this is a movie that can be spoiled, but I'll try my best to openly analyze it, but not give away too much, I guess. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Directed by Tard Field. Yeah, you're right. Damn, I gotta watch his other movies. Haunted. Yeah, I would imagine his other movies are really good. Damn, she deserved Best Actress that year. Fuck. I think it's because the pedophile mainstream media didn't want you to see this movie because she goes hard on the woke scolds. I think that's probably what happened. Oh damn! I love the big expansive opening credits too, because then that implies like a swift, abrupt ending. And I won't spoil anything, but I'm noticing some things about the audio here that I remind me to touch on later once the film is over. Well, you miss a lot if you get snacks right out. Run and get snacks. Movies are starting. There's a bunch of credits. It's going to be like this for another minute. There's some movies where you can just fucking tell. And I remember being in the fucking theater and just being like, yeah, this is it. I was pissed because the audio was so quiet the first time I watched this. I was like, they didn't turn it up loud enough. You could hear like bleed over from the other shots. Is this movie a banger? I would say it's a banger. I would say it's like fucking incredible. But okay, I'm busy as fuck trying to get through all these Oscars movies and record all of them in time and like do a whole bunch of other shit. There's very few movies that I would like justify doing a rewatch for as I'm this busy, and I made time to do this. I was like, okay, if I'm watching Maestro, I gotta watch Tar. Even though it turned out to be nothing like Tar. But I told myself I would. I think everyone else's audio is fine, Ollie. You should restart your phone if you're watching from your phone. Or if you have compressed air, try putting that in the place where your speaker is. Sometimes it's in the charge port. Yeah. Absolute transformation into her character. Hey, Leonard Bernstein. Okay. we got a maestro right there. We got a Bradley Cooper right there. There he is. We got Feet. That's another maestro. Oh, there we go. She spent 5 years among the Shibipo Penipo people, is what they said. I didn't get that fully. It's crazy just how much they filmed for just this B-roll. And they managed to fit it all in without it feeling like ADHD. I thought she was a FEGOT. 420 award plus EGOT equals FEGOT. Damn. Shots behind someone's head always implies so much. Right? They did that a lot in Black Swan to imply like a level of like uneasiness and to try and get you thinking about what the character is thinking, right? Behind the headshots are just so clear in intent when they're used, I think, a lot of the time. I love how much you can see in here too. Great audio editing. I think it's fucking incredible to see an artist like an actor play a character that's putting on a face. Like layers to the performance. A performance in a performance. She gets so much more smug when she speaks. She looked so uncertain before she opened her mouth earlier. You can see so many fucking nuances to the performance. It's incredible. That pause is so perfect. The pacing of the dialogue is just so well rehearsed. It's literally what they're talking about right now. The way she speaks is so fucking different from like Blue Jasmine. She absolutely transforms. She's incredible. She's got to be my like top 10 actors for sure at this point from this performance even. Her body language especially too. Look at this. This performance is fucking incredible. You say you're late. Fucking join now. Movie's just started. You won't be confused. Don't worry. Oh, okay. Oh man, you can see her get more confident after the applause. After the applause, she gets more real confidence. Isn't that crazy? How do you communicate that in a performance? There's so much nuance and detail. I love it. The gratification like fuels her. It's like she buys her own bullshit after she's successfully, heard that affirmation from the audience. Hmm. It was great. Oh my god, cutting back to that behind the head shot. It's like, what are they thinking, right? What is their perspective? Hmm. Hmm. You can tell she's rehearsed that as the character. You can tell that oh my god. How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you convey that through a performance? Well, 20 minutes through this film, we it's like how I felt 30 seconds through Maestro, time-wise. The pause, the timing of everything. It's so intentional. Before you can see it. It's like you can even see like her look to the left, right? Like that's like a psychological thing of like, oh my god, the way that she has her phone down too. They put a lot of attention on that. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, scratching the face. Like Todd Field fucking researched the actions that people do on like whether or not they're nervous. Like, come on. These are all like these are things that they teach you like if you were like an officer doing interrogations. This is crazy how much detail there is in like the performance and obviously the direction helping the performance. It's so well realized. It's such a small detail, but it gives so much believability. Hmm. Mm-hmm. You can tell she rehearsed that too. The character. I love Kate. Ooh. She's aged beautifully too. Ooh, look at her posture too. The implication of like the relaxed yet powerful stance. Bit of intimidation tactics going on. Hmm. Look at how much this guy's blinking. Look at how much he's like nodding, but with uncertainty. The real life posture of these characters. Look at that nervous smile, that nervous laugh. He's already in a position of being uncomfortable. He's swallowing. Look at the swallow. My God, so much fucking performance detail in this film. It's insane. It's unmatched. You don't see this ever. I have to check out his other movies. Even if they're not as good, like I would for sure have to check out his other ones after this. Oneer, by the way. Very precise oneer. You know, yeah. The knee is the more obvious one. The scratching the face is less obvious. The fidgeting is less obvious. The knee is more obvious. Even the camera putting focus on that more obvious, but there's so much more detail than was explicit. Yes. Oh, her fetishization of her power in this scene, even you can tell she fucking enjoys it. Hmm. So good. She's trying so hard to fucking intimidate him, like even oh my God. She's doing this like fucking for the audience, right? You could see her. So performative. Mm-hmm. How do we get back to this perfectly framed shot as a oneer? Oh my god. They must have had like one of those like computerized rigs like running on an actual program. There's no way this. Oh my god. This is really good. Still going. This is all just one take. Pacing the performance and everything. Oof. Those eyebrows too. U-Haul lesbian. Look how high she wears her pants too. I love how far she like leans forward before taking a step. Look at that. Look at that detail. You don't get that, but like, there's. Remember in Synecdoche where he's like, people don't walk like that, right? Like you don't. For us to experience that moment where she like starts leaning forward and then takes a step, you have to have like a knowledgeable, incredible actor working with an incredible director to like get something like what we just saw there. That's not like a fucking. It's not a nervous, unconfident actor. It's a person that's transformed into the character. It's like taking them where the character goes. Great choice of music for this scene too. Stella Warner. That was for the audience. Wow. Ooh, narcissism, great word for her to use too. Ooh. The camera work is fucking insane in this scene. So smooth. So, oh my god, the focus pull on that too. So well rehearsed. It's the authority, the control in this scene, right? Oh my god. She gets off on this so hard. Yep. He kind of sees what's happening, right? Not engaging. Wow. Ooh. RK Outpost post take on this scene is like pretty much like the textbook example of a lack of media literacy on like these right-wing channels that pretend to talk about media. Like the you just show that. You just show that. That's pretty much it. Hmm. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Editing her wiki. That's great. That's what I think fucking Nicolas Chartier did for a bit until I called it out and now it's back again. I made it public enough that people brought it back. Just like in a movie where everyone's performance is bad, you can blame it on the director. When everyone's performance is fucking incredible, blame it on the director. Obviously, you know, not to take away from the actor's experience or talents. Obviously, they have to be working with talented people, but like clearly there's a level of acceptable output shown on screen that the director is willing to be okay with. Look at the difference in their footwear. Barefoot, completely just boots. Barefoot versus boots, like in the same frame. It's a really interesting dynamic. Her posture, the way, oh my God, the way that she's like reacting. Oh, look at her just looking off literally as far away possible in the frame as she possibly could be to the other character. So intentional. It's not a coincidence. It's not random. It's not like, oh, just let the actor do whatever the fuck they want. It's so well realized and choreographed. There's a reason for everything. You learn things about the character. I love the shot. Oh, it's so good. Uncomfortably close to the ceiling. Damn, I don't know when I'm going to pee. 40 minutes. I'm going to pee now. Hashtag. I understood a tiny bit of that, but not enough to form a full sentence. The lighting and background, like color of the shot is just so fucking. It's almost like liminal. There's something so intriguing about it. It's a really great setting for a scene. Yeah, the tissue opening the door. Great character moment. Immediate. Yeah. Hand sanitizer. All right, what meds? Did you take one pill or did you take several? I looked like a didn't care how many pills you were taking kind of shot. Did this win any Oscars? No, but it was all worth it because two other really bad movies also didn't win any Oscars. I forget which ones they were. Elvis was one that also didn't win any Oscars, so it canceled out. And then there was another really bad movie that didn't win any Oscars, so I was happy. Blonde. Well, no, Blonde was not the one I was thinking. Blonde didn't get nominated for a bunch. There was another that got nominated for a bunch that was happy not to win. Did Avatar not win any? I don't know how many that got nominated for. I think there was another one. Thank you, the Spielberg one. The Fablemans. Thank you. The Fablemans and Elvis not winning any Oscars. It's fine that this didn't win any. As long as Elvis and the Fablemans also did not win any, it's fair. It's a fair trade. Those are the two. This easily could have won every Oscar, but you know. Look at the lighting. Cinematography's fucking great. I'm only drinking Guinness because of Jason Momoa. Yeah, Banshees and Tar winning 0 Oscars was worth it for Elvis and Fablemans also winning 0 Oscars. Right? It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. Pretentiousness is not when something feels subtle and intentional, though. Pretentiousness is when something insists that it's doing that, but actually isn't. When something tries to make you feel as though you're supposed to be impressed by something, but you can't tell what. Yeah, Maestro. The mood of the scene is incredible. Perfect music choice, too. The lighting and everything is just... Hmm. Hell yeah. Hmm. She looks great. I love Kate Blanchett. I'd fuck Kate Blanchett with a strap on. I'd let Kate Blanchett fuck me with a strap on. You're so far in, how much would you be missing? Just fucking join. Just fucking join. It's a character movie. It's a character piece. It's not a murder mystery. It's not a fucking It's not a narrative like The Hangover. It's a absorb yourself into the person they're portraying and what it means to portray this person in this way. Are we supposed to have subtitles here? Because I might have the wrong subtitles if we are. Because I don't remember if we're not supposed to. You have subtitles for that part? Fuck. God damn it. All right, what did they say? Because I remember they said something in theaters. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did threaten the child. Thank you. I remember that. Why the fuck with that subtitle? Fucking pieces of shit. Why the fuck? I love the pen clicking. That's great. That's so awesome. How she stops that immediately too. Great character moment. All right. I am changing my subtitle track to hopefully a better one that actually includes the non-English languages. Why the fuck? So I missed a bit of that French earlier. That's why I said I didn't. All right, this one seems pretty thorough. It's SDH, meaning it's even subtitling the footsteps for hearing impaired people, which I don't mind. Cello is the only string instrument you like the sound of. Do you like the sound of piano? Because piano is technically a string instrument, and everybody likes piano. All right. Piano is more percussive? No, it is technically a string instrument. I had to fuck around with the subtitle delay here too. I own the 4K Blu-ray just on my setup on this PC to do the watch along. I couldn't do it. Well, I mean, I could, just not as easily. I'd have to go through some steps. So what did she threaten the child over again? Because I remember that theatrically, but they didn't have subtitles there. It was like over bullying her daughter or something. Yeah. Okay, I was right. Yeah. Just showing a bit of her more vicious side. Yeah. I love that photo there on the wall. That's great. The smoke in the background. Ooh, the mirror shot. The dirty mirror and the candle. Both candles in frame. That focus pull. Oh my god. There it is. Never noticed it in my theatrical watch. Not even going to say what I saw. Not even going to say what I saw. But there is a extra layer and meaning to what some people might have noticed there. Yeah. I didn't notice that in theaters, but I saw some discussion about this movie after the fact. It's really cool. Glad I'm seeing it now. You can see yourself on the poster in the background. That's cool. Yeah, I was about to say. I think it was Kiki that told me that was the same audio as the end of Blair Witch. Oh. So fascinating. Sorry, I turned up my audio way too loud, and that fucking almost deafened me. Ugh. It's like I got to hear that more. Ugh. So mine just says speaking German. Is everybody else getting real subtitles? Because if you have real subtitles, oh, okay, all right, just making sure. I was about to be pissed. On your Blu-ray, it says speaking German. Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. I love that shot too, and seeing like the monitor and the feed, and like how it all like technically works here. Look at the guy in the bottom left corner. Look at his disposition. Yeah. Look at all this. Very natural lighting. Oh my god. I love how it didn't feel fake. When she was turned around, the lighting was much darker on her face. Now that she's back here, it's lit. No, yeah, she transforms into the fucking character. Unlike Bradley Cooper, who you can only see as Bradley Cooper throughout the entire fucking film. You could convince me that this is not Cate Blanchett, but it's a different person who looks like Cate Blanchett, right? You don't need to put on a fucking fake nose to convince people that you're another person. You just become good at acting, all right? Be a good actor, Bradley. That's the big difference. Put on a fucking fake nose. Oh, I'm a different person. Love this shot. Oh my god. That subtle white noise. Oh. It's so atmospheric. The sound design in this film is legitimately incredible. They could have turned the camera around and saved money. They could have not been directing the people in the background. But it adds so much to the atmosphere of the scene. Look at that. They're out of focus, but they're being directed. They're being told what to do, and they're acting naturally. Easily could have just turned the camera around in front of them like any other fucking movie. Any like this. Exactly. This shot, right? Could have had the entire scene like this. Could have had the entire scene like that. But we get so much more with those details. So much more believable. So much more to the atmosphere of the scene. Ouch. Mm-hmm. It's incredible, like, just as I'm watching this film, how many of these shots I, like, distinctly remember from watching it in theaters. Like, it's imprinted on me in some way. So vivid. Look at it. Oh my god, her posture. There's, like, varying degrees of, like, fakeness in any given scene, and it's all so intentional. Newt, popular streamer? Oh god, I can't stop watching. Just gotta grab another drink. Gotta find another good spot. The jogging scenes are so mesmerizing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How she like interrupted with that command too. Oh my god. Tom Ford is only making movies now? Good news for me. I don't care about fashion. I don't give a shit about his rich people clothes. Is that a new thing? He's only ever made great movies. So I gotta rewatch Nocturnal Animals. And I will soon because it's 2016. Will be in my 2016 list for sure. That shot of her eyes. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. Jack, thank you so much for the raid. We're watching a movie. If anybody wants to be watching the film Tar, oh, thank you so much. You have to find your own copy. I will say, even though we're over an hour through, you can start watching here and you won't miss much. Not saying it's a bad movie. I'm saying like it's a character film. It's not like a narrative like who done it. It's not like a it's not like a very strict narrative. So please find your own copy of Tar. It might be streaming on a streaming service. It might be something that you can download. You can sync to the time code shown directly on my screen and watch along with us. It's fucking incredible. It's fucking incredible. I love it. And if you're confused about anything, we can fill you in the comments. Thank you for the raid, Jack. Thank you so much. I love this movie. It was my second watch. It's really incredible. Thank you for the sub Chrome Loan. The lighting in the nighttime scenes is fucking incredible too. Silhouette shots. Damn. The sound design is very underappreciated in this fucking movie. Holy shit. Jesus. The editing. What did it get nominated for? Performance? Did it get nominated for Best Picture? Let's see. I think so. If it didn't get nominated for sound, that's a tragedy or travesty. I mean, best case scenario would have won every Oscar, but you know. Hmm. Shots like those that are so convincing with the lighting, I wonder, like, did they actually film her driving, or did they still do the traditional green screen route, but have so much consideration for like what was shown on film and how they shot it that they were able to introduce those like little lighting artifacts, or like how do you do that? All right, so it was nominated for cinematography, editing, screenplay, directing, picture, and actress. So it was not nominated for sound, which is very sad. Damn, I love films that are able to show like a crowd shot and pay attention, draw your eyes to a certain character within the frame without it being so fucking obvious and explicit that it's embarrassing. Like, oh, like a fucking spotlight on them, right? Or it's enough where it's like because of how it's framed and how it's staged, you can pay attention to a certain character, but it's not so fucking explicit that it's embarrassing. It's so natural. Thanks, Papa. And then we go back to her. Yeah. Now it's more explicit, but the first shot was like a clue, right? Just not egregious. So yeah, anybody that wants to watch along to this film, feel free to download or find your own copy or whatever. Follow along to the time code. It's fucking incredible. It's a character film, so we can fill you in if you're confused about anything, but there's not like it's not like Glass Onion or something. It'll be a film that you'll get a lot out of still if you start watching now, but even more out of if you watch the whole thing. Is it worth jumping in halfway through? Yes. Yes. I'm saying that right now. We can fill you in on anything you're confused about, but it's a character film, not a narrative. I mean, technically there is a narrative, but it's mostly character film. It's a very detailed character piece. The pacing of the dialogue is so good. The amount of space for him to like make those motions with his head. I feel like she used that word intentionally to bait him into confusing it with the other word, right? That feels like that kind of a character. I feel like it felt like she was ready to correct him on that one. Hmm. I gotta pee, but everything's so fucking good that I just trying to find another good spot to pee. It's because I'm drinking, I know. Kate's got like more manly hands than I do, and I don't have manly hands. I'm saying that as I've got very, very feminine hands. Oh, look at this! Look at this! That was a lie. What a liar! My God, it's so easy for her to lie too. Like how naturally it comes. Hmm. Yes. Fucking smirk. I want a cucumber salad. It's almost like a fucking power move. Look at what she's doing. Look at what she's doing. Socially, that like power dynamic. Ew. She knows exactly what she's doing. Ghosts of the past. back very quickly. So if I remember correctly in the context of the film, because I watched this in theaters, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss too much. This character is like kind of like, you know, as she's being brought this like beautiful fucking like fancy meal, like her background is like not quite as high status or even perhaps like impoverished. Do I remember that correctly? Or ooh, that cello playing. Did they mention her like socioeconomic status in this film? I love how she like looks at the camera when that knocking happens too. So I got no subtitles there. I don't know. Sound design is fucking great in this movie. Love the Band-Aid. Or bandage, as I should say. Yeah. Look at her facial expression as she does that too. She's so into it, And you can tell that it's like that part of herself is not fake. And she's accomplished for a fucking reason, right? She's made her mark on society. She's made her mark in culture because of like a real talent. And perhaps she's let it go to her head in other scenarios, but that part of herself is real. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. You're saying there's subtitles for the German parts? Like what she just said right now? Or am I being trolled? People with legitimate copies, which I should have used. Pretty sure my 4K comes with like a regular Blu-ray. I don't know. Fuck. Why aren't I getting those? Why would anybody upload subtitles for a fucking movie that aren't just like on Amazon? Not always. Can't fucking believe that my copy doesn't have. I've downloaded subtitles twice. Maybe the Blu-ray copy doesn't, but the Amazon does. I should have just ripped my Blu-ray instead of getting a torrent. I didn't even think about subtitles. So you're saying you have it on the actual Blu-ray? I always assumed that people uploading subtitles on Blu-ray rips or web download rips or whatever, that the subtitles were just ripped from those things, which I think they are for the most part. I just don't know why I have two in a row that just don't give me subtitles for the foreign language parts. It's actually pissing me off. Okay, we're going to try the third one and see if it happens again. Kind of pissed about this. Tard. Hmm. I agree that my technical difficulties are from right-wing pedophiles trying to cancel me. Hmm. Hmm. Watching those two characters interact with each other is really interesting. That focus pull is great. There's so many instances in like Maestro, which we just watched, where I'm like, was it a bad focus pull, or are they pretending like, oh, it's supposed to be out of focus because like the character is out of focus or something? There's no point in this movie so far where like I feel where I'm trying to, assign some sort of blame intent. Like, was that, where I'm like confused about the intention of whether or not a character is in focus. It's very clear and very intentful here. Mm. I love blind auditions. that expression. That was a great shot. Especially with her carrying that on her back as she's like running down the stairs too. They better had a fucking mattress at the bottom in case she fucking fell. Man, every scene that you see her in, it's like she's preemptively disappointed, kind of like knowing what Kate Blanchett's character is. Like the history of disappointment and expectation. Man, I love a film where I'm like looking for things in the frame. I'm like intrigued and examining, and you've noticed me doing this like fucking 5 times in the movie, right? I'm like actively engaged in what I'm hearing. Like I gotta hear more, you know. Fuck, the framing, every single fucking shot is just look at how the music is draped over being held by those pencils. It's draped over the piano. It's such a natural sort of like messy but not quite messy way to like organize something in a scene. Like you're in the middle of something, like you're in the middle of a work. Yeah. How she just disappears into that other area in the frame too. And how it's like the perfect. I wonder if that can't be natural lighting, right? That has to be like an actual backdrop, either green screen or just practically, because it's so perfect with how it's shown in the scene and the silhouette, right? Yeah, using depth, using the right lenses to capture depth. Yeah, it looks naturally lit, but like I'm thinking practically, like there's no way it could be, right? I don't know. That's the question. I do like that better as well. Ooh. This huge space too. So interesting. Taiga. Okay, I'm finally getting subtitles for German. Jesus. Let me delete those other ones. Fucking Christ. What was that all about? Third time is the charm. Yes. Same pattern she saw before on the metronome. It's a good thing I've seen this once already. And I had a gist of like, God. Oh, I love the sound. So full. Cello is like one of my favorite fucking instruments. Cello appeared on, I think, every track on my album. And I'm mainly a piano player, but I think cello appeared on every single track, whereas piano didn't necessarily. Maybe piano was on every track. I don't know. And I don't have subtitles for that part. Did any of you have that? Any of you have subtitles for that part? Okay. If nobody else did, then I'm fine. Mm. The shakiness of the camera here too, like it has to be like that. Damn, there's no way. You can see the camera shake interior. It's so perfect, right? But there's no way that they got Kate Blanchett to do that stunt. There's no way that they got her to like actually break in front of those people. So even on the door close, you could see like the tiny little shake. There's so much detail. There's no way that they did that. That's so expertly filmed. That's crazy. Tow car thing? Yeah, maybe they had a stunt driver in the front, perhaps, and then filmed it practically. You're right. Which is not what you were talking about, but you reminded me. And then there's the same pattern. There's the same pattern. Either way, super, super well filmed. I got subtitles. The fire as well. Oh my god. What a fucking incredible shot. And then the perfect position after. And then she's reincorporated. Oh my god. Is there a commentary on the Blu-ray? I should be watching the commentary at some point. I could do that again. Your Blu-ray has 0 special features? Fuck! So I guess mine also has 0 special features. Damn it. There's a commentary track for American Psycho 2. There's a commentary track for Black Christmas 2019. I'm fascinated for both of those. I gotta listen to both of them. I gotta do a stream for both of those. Can anybody in chat right now remind me at some point, like, hey, write on your calendar, do a commentary stream. I'll play the whole commentary. I'll play it on stream. Usually, film companies don't upload the commentary audio as claimable, so I'll be able to get away with it. And also, it's commentary and criticism for me. So please remind me. I'll do it for both of those movies. Black Christmas 2019 and also American Psycho 2. I'll totally just listen to the whole thing on stream and comment on it. You got to remind me, though. I got to make it like a good point in my schedule where I'm not as fucking busy. The shakiness is so well matched. Love the shakiness in the camera. Like, has to be real. Has to be practical. That says the F slur? So haunting. The sound design is so fucking good. How did that not get nominated? It really should have been. Fuck! Oh, that sound was so good. Holy shit. Couldn't have been a more perfect. Oh my god. For her face hitting. Oh my god. Couldn't have been a more fucking perfect sound for that. Damn, that transition. I love how there was like a distinct difference between the sound design of her hitting her head and then the ice hitting after. Oof. It's so realistic. I love things that aren't just like fucking gratuitously sensationalized, right? Like we just watched like fucking Palme d'Or winner Wind Shakes the Barley like last month, right? For the podcast. Fucking James Bond gun sound effects and like clink clink. Sound design means a lot. It really does. It really does. Or to people who care, I guess. And it's nice as someone who cares to like see someone that cares. I'm so happy I have working subtitles now. I'm so pissed at the first two. Hmm. That was a great choice for that angle of that shot as well. Focusing on the drums, especially during that moment. Ooh, and I love those grunts, especially being like so high in the mix above the other instruments too. It's like really the first time in the film you see her conducting and like having those like just primal sounds over top of the other instruments, kind of like outweighing them. Yeah, she's trying to show off the injury. Gain sympathy. Oops. those moments of her posture. Perfectly cut. Oh, oopsie. Oops. Great excuse. Should be expelled. True. Mm-hmm. True. Also true. Yes. It's almost similar to Whiplash. It's got some similarities. Ooh. I love the angle that it's showing here. It's not embellishing on the whole like, ooh, we could be doing like an Oscar moment, like fucking focusing on her face right now. But it's so natural. It's showing like 3/4 of her face, but it's still getting such a fucking brilliant performance out of it. Despite holding back on showing most of her face, the makeup is still consistent with her injuries. it makes it so much more believable. It makes it so much more believable when you don't like when you don't like, we're showing this like directly to you, right? When you're not like so explicit about it. When you do it subtly, but it's still there. Like it means a world of difference to the believability of the universe. It's so intentful, if that's a word. One more P. Sorry. Without even looking it up, I'm willing to bet that this is my record for most times peed during a film. I don't know what it is with today, but also probably because I've seen this movie once before and I found like particular opportune moments and I didn't want to be like thinking about having to pee watching this film because it's so good. And I'm drinking also. That reflection shot in her fucking glasses, the fact that that didn't, like, I couldn't see a distinct, like, camera or crew or anything, that's insane. It's a fucking fantastic shot. I could watch this movie again in, like, 2 days. If I had no... If time wasn't an issue in terms of, like, getting work done and getting paid, and I was just, like, doing things just that I felt like, I could watch this tomorrow. I could watch this tomorrow. I could watch this again immediately. Yeah, I'm sorry. Michelle Yeoh. It's not comparable. It's not comparable in the slight. These are like different leagues of performances. Like, I'm sorry, the Academy doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're not. They're not even in the same category. There's a clear winner. If we're talking about performance, really, if that's the metric. Like, it's nice to give someone an award, sure, but like, nice. Hanky Chan. Immediately makes it about her. Immediately makes it about her pain. The depth of this shot as well is incredible. Name one other movie like this. You can't get this experience from any other movie. There's nothing. There's some similarities in The Piano Teacher, but they're very distinctly different films. You cannot get the experience of the other film from this. Vice versa. No, Piano Teacher's so different. You can't. Ouch. Ouch. Love how she's like looking at the fucking camera when she leaves the frame too. She's like it's almost like she's looking for like affirmation at the audience in the same way that she was in the opening scene. That's got to be intentional. This movie is fucking smart. I love this shit. She's like, "Do you really believe that?" I gotta think more about those transitionary sequences because those aren't what I remember when watching the film, but they seem to be something that, I mean, everything is intentional in this film, obviously. Look at the environment that she jogs into. They're always like fucking horror environments. They always create so much intent. Every single environment where she's shown running is something that shows so much fucking tension. First, the woods, right? They directly make a reference to the Blair Witch Project, a film that directly evokes fear of the woods, right? Then we get this like entire hallway, sort of like, like, oh, is that like a zombie dog? And then she's like running away and like all this like intense sound design, and then she like falls on her face. Like every jogging scene evokes this like very weird, very intentional, very like explicitly meaningful, uncomfortable feeling, right? Like she's running away from a part of herself, or it's so consistent with how those scenes are presented. It's very much not an accident. Even like the apartment itself and like the environment of the apartment. Look at how off center this is. Oh my god. It's not even shifting. It feels like it is. Yeah. Very direct representation of her mental state. Hell yeah. Damn. Listening to this film with fucking headphones, I fucking hate the Academy for not nominating this for sound. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. If you care about sound, you would nominate this for sound. The first time I listened to this, the sound was not loud enough, as I mentioned before. I couldn't like hear the details. Oh my god. There were like noises from other theaters like bleeding into it, but like now I'm able to hear this with HUD. This is an entirely different experience for me. Holy fuck. The cinematography is incredible. I'm just happy this got nominated for any Oscars, honestly. It's like too good to even be recognized. This expression on her face. You can't get any of this without like every single fucking person on set working at their A game. It's a fucking feat. FEAT, not a Quentin feat. What, you think you're in a movie? Hmm. And the first low shot that we get in this familiar tunnel scene, what does that say about the character? We've returned to the exact same location, high, 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 low, immediately after that. What does that say about the character? Right? I've only seen Poor Things once, but I feel like this is more up my alley. They're both 10s. Obviously, I'm giving this a 10 after this watch, but Poor Things is more accessible for sure, unsurprisingly. Yeah, what the fuck? She should deinterlace her video. You're right. Thank you. That's why they call her Tard. Lydia Tard. She wants to believe that she's real. She wants to recapture what makes her special. Sorry, I gotta I gotta pop up on my YouTube stream. Now would be a good time to insert ads. No, sorry. Not doing that on a watch along. Yeah. Not gonna desync people. I didn't realize they would do that. Love this character. Fuck. I can't believe this movie's almost over. I would watch this for another 3 hours. I would watch this for another. This could be a 6-hour long movie. I would watch this. Sound design is fucking incredible. The subtle changes with each layer of window that she opens. You don't get that detail. You don't get that detail anywhere. Nobody considers that. Nobody does that. I love how drastically the setting changes here. And the sound design just complementing it fucking perfectly. I don't think people understand when, like, in this scene, like on the boat, like when you're recording it, you don't get that, like, that perfect both channel sort of, oh, all that, that background sound. The sound, okay, yeah, like, undebatably, what won sound design for this year? Was it The Loudest movie? Because this deserved a nomination and a win, right? Holy fuck. Top Gun, yeah, The Loudest movie. God damn it. So much detail. Hmm. I'm not ready to say I'm thinking of ending things or this is better than one or the other. I would have to watch both of them like fucking 5 times. I've seen I'm thinking of ending things like 3 times. This is my second watch for this. I'm personally more connected to I'm thinking of ending things because Charlie and I are like, that reflection's great. Hmm. Ooh, from stationary to handheld within one shot. Great choice. Oh, what a perfect timing! Perfect timing for that shot and the sound design as well. That whoosh. Hell yeah. And then the vacuum perfectly like leaving to make space for her as well. Damn. This is the only film I've seen from Todd Fields. There's an S at the end of his name, right? Todd Field or Fields? This is the only film I've seen from him. I'm like a total stan just based on this film alone. Like immediate priority for Todd Field. Immediate priority. Whatever film he releases next, I will make room for it at a film festival. And I hope he releases something. The depth of this shot too, like the lens and the distance away from the subject. Great choice. How come I don't get subtitles here, honestly? Nobody's getting subtitles here, right? Is anybody getting subtitles here? It's English, but yeah, why is nobody getting subtitles here? I love how the last lines of the film are "let no one judge you," and it's a part of like a fantasy sort of situation of like, oh, you're going into like another universe and you're like pretending. And the last lines of the film are like, "let no one judge you." I didn't realize that the first time. And then this soundtrack choice for the end, like entirely like otherworldly, especially from the like classical. Wow. This is crazy. And the synchronization of, oh my god. This is fucking awesome. Todd Fields, says it's highly likely that it'll be the last film he directs. So you're saying there's a chance. The end. That was incredible. Easy 10. Easy 10. Easy 10. Yeah, I don't know why I was pretending it could be a 9 before. I think we all knew. I was making it pretty obvious when I made my review. Like, yeah, it's probably going to be a 10 next time. Yeah. We all knew. Anybody that watches my shit knows it's the type of thing that I like. I don't think it even needed that second watch to be a 10. I think I could have probably easily predicted it would have been a 10 without the second watch. So in the opening credits, which were very like spaced out in terms of visual style to almost appear like ending credits, the soundtrack, I'm not sure, like, so I don't what country did she wind up in the end? And then what language was that in the opening soundtrack? Because I felt like that was some sort of like it's Thailand. Was it a Thai song in the opening? You all seem to be disagreeing with each other. Wow, she conducts the score for the video game series Monster Hunter in front of an audience of cosplayers. I didn't even catch that. That it was a bunch of cosplayers in Monster Hunter. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. So in comparison to Maestro, which was 5 paragraphs long, these are 7 much more substantial paragraphs. On Wiki, let's see. And I feel like as I'm reading the Wikipedia on this, it's like almost like some of these details were like some of the things that I wasn't even as cognizant of. Just one second. I'm on paragraph 6 out of 7 here on the wiki plot summary. I'm just like absorbing what is considered to be essential information. Hold on. So yeah, that was set in the Philippines at the end. I like that it's something that you can think about. And it's meaningful and it's purposeful and it's very intentful. It's something that, like, undeniable, even if you don't like it, even if you don't like the film, like, it's so fucking undeniable that so much effort was put into this film. So much detail was put into this film in terms of, like, accurately portraying characters and accurately portraying, like, how real people would react to certain situations and, like, the nuances and how people behave and the writing and the cinematography and the sound design. Like, even if you don't like the film, like, to try and pick apart those details, I would love to hear someone do that. I would love to hear someone be like, actually the sound design's bad, or actually the writing's bad, or actually the performance is bad. I want to hear someone talk about that if they have, like, an issue with that. Like, sure, yeah, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not the type of story. Maybe it's not the type of character that you want to see portrayed in a film. But, like, damn, you cannot deny. You really cannot deny the artistry and craftsmanship that goes into this. It's really incredible. I like that film a lot. There's a reason why I wanted to rewatch this. Like, it's very clearly, obviously, my favorite film of 2022. Yeah, I could watch it for a third time tomorrow if I wasn't strapped for time. So I'm going to. Do I think it's better than Everything Everywhere All at Once? Yes, by a mile, by a lot, by an immeasurable degree. Yes, undeniably, not even close. What's the movie tomorrow? It depends on if I'm. It depends on how long I'm recording voiceover for. So probably American Fiction, as that's my last Best Picture nom, and it should be out on digital tomorrow. So yeah, bro, I like how that one woke kid got pwned. $1,000 Ryan Kinnaman, RK Outpost, has still not seen this movie, despite talking about how fucking cool it was that she pwned the woke kid. $1,000 he hasn't seen the movie. Like, no fucking way he's actually watched the movie at this point. I don't believe it. There's no way. Yeah, fucking awesome movie. Love it. So, who said that Todd Fields, that would be his last movie? Todd Field. Tar is likely to be the last film. He's made 3! You piece of shit! Highly likely. Call him a piece of shit out of love. He could potentially change his mind, is what he said. Well, let's hope he changes his mind, because I would love to see another film from this director. All right. Thanks for the raid, Shark. I'm about to raid somebody else, though. I'm literally just ending my stream. Sorry. Sorry, late raid. Sorry, we're just ending the film. We stopped the film tar. Sorry. 10 out of 10.